Welcome back to the ETF Inspector. It's Thursday, July 10th, and this will be the video for the 3 Roundhill 0DTE funds that cover the NASDAQ Innovation 100, that'd be the QDTE, the S&P 500, that's XDTE, and the Russell 2000, RDTE. All right, this is ETF Inspector. Again, like I said, I'm on X as well, and just trying to get the word out because there's a whole lot of people invested in these funds, and I'm not catching a lot of their attention yet. Just started these videos, so if you follow me on X and you can repost that just to let people know it's out there. Just a nice brief update at the end of each day, and then on the last one we'll see how much per share they've earned throughout the course of the week. Okay, it is dividend X date, so you had to have owned the shares today. You could have sold them today, but you had to have purchased them prior to today. And QDTE, you'll be getting the 23.7135 cents per share. Very little changes throughout these, right? Obviously, the holdings don't change at all. These are somewhat of a synthetic position. They're just deep in the money calls, and they're flex options as well. So these aren't strikes you and I can get for the most part. Obviously, we could get a 2250, but so the cash kind of fluctuates in and out as well. Outstanding shares still remain the same, 780 million assets under management. So for QDTE today, if you saw the post, they sold a 22,950 call. The NASDAQ 100 closed at 22,829. That is below 950. So they collected 1348. They didn't have to pay anything to close it out at the end. Not that it's a cash settlement, so they don't buy to close the call at the end of the day. They just cash settle. So no cash to settle. $469,000 profit on the day for QDTE. XDTE again. So all 3 funds, nothing really changed as far as the holdings. You'd be getting 25.3709 cents per share for however many shares of XDTE you have. So I should back up and note on days where the underlying goes down, usually the fund performs a little bit better. As you can see, loss of 0.16, loss of 0.14, right? Losing less is better. But on days where it's up, it's usually going to trail behind slightly. So S&P up 0.27%, XDTE up 0.25%. All right, so within them, there's 397 million assets under management, 9 million, a little over 9 million shares. And they sold a 6,275. Unfortunately, S&P went to 6,280.46, so that is $5.46 above our strike price. So we only collected 408 per share, 100 shares per contract, 645 contracts, but we had to pay $5.46. So it's actually a loss overall, $89,000 loss on the day. I did want to mention, I went back and looked, all 3 funds, when they are selling 348 contracts, they've got 348 maximum that they could sell. That's what those numbers total up to. XDTE, it totals 645, and their holdings total 645. RDTE, it's 628. The holdings come to 628. Okay, so RDTE was up 0.41%, following the Russell 2000 being up 0.59%. The 26.1960 cents per share will be placed in your account tomorrow if you had the shares prior to today, or if you had them today, you purchased them prior to today. No real changes other than small fluctuations in cash and values. 138 million managed in the fund, a little over 4 million outstanding shares. And RDTE was somewhere in the middle. QDTE got to keep all their money. XDTE lost it and then some. And now RDTE, they sold 2260s. It closed at 2263.41, so that's 341 too high. We collected 345. We had to pay back out 341, so we got to keep 4 cents per share, which comes out to a $2,512 profit. All right. So overall, all of them are still up on the week. QDTE or XDTE just had one bad day. That's the first negative day out of all of them for the week, and that's all I've got for you. So come back tomorrow, and I'll let you know how they finish out the week. So I'll do the same thing, do the daily information, and then we'll also break down what that comes out to per share and let you know when you can expect it. All right. Thank you, and have a good day.